Hi, my friends. It's good to see you again. This is Selim.Digital, and this is week 19 of my Carnivore blog. This is a reflection on a journey of a middle-aged man who's trying to get into the best shape of his life and just be the best version of himself that could possibly exist. If you're somebody who's looking to develop yourself and are also struggling with the challenges of raising kids and living a complicated modern life, well, then I hope that there's something in this of value for you. Right now, I am taking a break from being on the carnivore diet. There's just too much going on with celebrations and family get-togethers and things like that, where I would have to be relying on willpower in order to succeed. And I don't think I can succeed on willpower, and frankly, I don't think almost anyone can succeed on willpower. Right now, I'm just recognizing that this is not the right time for me in my life to be on carnivore, but come New Year's, I will be able to resume and recommit to my journey. So right now, this is a good time to reflect on the lessons that I've learned this last year as I've been documenting my journey and going through this project, what I've learned, what I've accomplished, where I've fallen short of my goals. So overall, I would say that this year has been pretty positive from a creative standpoint, and also been very positive from a health journey standpoint. Looking at my recorded weight, I was about 265 when I started making these videos in August, and now I am between 235 and 240. So the journey has let me drop 30 pounds overall, which is wonderful. I could beat myself up for having let myself regain weight from the past, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to take the win and say that I managed to lose 30 pounds this past year. It has been a lot easier for me to lose this weight than it has been in the past, because I think I'm not thinking about what it is that I'm going to eat, what is it that I'm going to make. It's just been pretty easy. I eat a steak or I eat some smash burgers, and not having to think about it has been very helpful. My biggest improvement this past year, I'd say overall, though, has been from the gymnastics training. That has had a humongous improvement in terms of my abilities to manipulate my body. I've been doing the gymnastics training for several years, but this is the first year where I really sustainably and significantly increase the number of times that I've practiced. And I've really seen tremendous gains in terms of my ability to use my body.
Yeah.
I am definitely way stronger in 2023 than I was compared to 2022. While the carnivore diet has been incredibly helpful, really what's been probably the most helpful has been this YouTube channel, because there is a back and forth that I have now with several people, and the expectation that I have of myself of being able to do this consistently has forced me to be far more on point and far less on autopilot than I tend to be. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you who has commented, subscribed, and liked and all of that stuff, because it's forced me to, in being accountable to you, I've been more accountable to myself. So in a sense, you've been a vehicle for me to do a better job of the things that I want to do. So thank you all for helping me force myself to do a better job, if that makes sense at all. It makes sense to me. As this creative endeavor has improved, I've seen creativity in other areas improve as well. This past year, on my blog, I've written about 30 essays. That's significantly better from the dozen essays that I wrote last year. I think part of it has been that, well, the videos have given me something to write about, but also this pattern of, okay, I'm publishing something, I'm creating something, I'm doing something, I'm sharing something every week, has just made my brain work so much faster and so much more efficiently. I've read a good amount this year. I read about 25 books this year. Last year I read more books. I think I read about 40 books last year. But honestly, they were a whole lot of kind of cheesy sci-fi books predominantly. So while I read a whole lot more about the adventures of space marines in the year 40,000, this year I've read a lot more books that are relevant to health and wellness and productivity and things like that. I don't mind having a little bit of junk food reading, so to speak. Better that than, junk food eating. I've also been doing a lot of sketching this last year. Drawing is something that's really important to me. As a science teacher, I find that it helps students learn if they can draw the concepts out. A picture's worth 1,000 words. So I've been working on doing a better job of doing my own sketching. And this year I've done about 40-something sketches, which is easily twice as many as I had done the year before. So that's been great. And honestly, I can say all of these things are tied together, that it's all been basically a positive cycle. A virtuous cycle is the phrase that I'm looking for. All of these things have interplayed with each other, and it's not really a chicken and the egg thing. They're all interplaying. As I get the positive feedback from the videos, it's encouraged me to write more, to read more, to do more, and all of that just reinforces upon itself. And so in the last 3 months, I would say that I've done more good for myself than I had done in the previous 9 months. So I am incredibly excited to see what 2024 will bring. It's hard to hit the publish button. I think about all of the mistakes that I've made, all of the ums and ers and but doing that has forced me to get better at it. And more importantly than that, has allowed me to accept that people don't really care about those things so much as they care about, getting the information or seeing my own progress. And so I get better at all of these things through the mistakes, or because of the mistakes, not despite the mistakes. I guess if I had to sort of give a phrase that would explain my progress this year, it would be sustainable sharing. Rather than tiring me out and make me feel like, I got to do another video, this has been reinvigorating. I'm really excited to be able to share these things with you, and it's making me a better person. I want to sort of end this year's reflection with thanking all of you for helping me become closer to the person that I'd like to become. This is probably going to be the last video of the year. I'll still be writing on my blog, Selim.Digital, and I'll still be sketching on my Instagram, also Selim.Digital. If you want to see any of that, I'll be posting my gymnastics strength training videos on there as well, if you kind of want to follow me for the next couple of weeks. Happy holidays and Happy New Year to you and your family and loved ones, and thank you all again for watching and for commenting and sharing. You have no idea how much this has all helped me. It's been really gratifying to be able to develop a community here. All right. Thank you very much, and I will see you next year. Take care.